Welcome to Cafecito Break. This is Ron with Mark for NY, and popping in just in time, in the nick of time, is Cozy, our brother Cozy. Hello, everyone. Hi, Cafecito Breakers. We are your hosts every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, New York Freedom Fighters podcast, where we talk about all things NY and, trending news. Today, we're going to be talking about time is ticking on Fauci. Will he be indicted? Disturbing crimes in NYC lately. We keep hearing, well, we've been hearing for years now that crime is down. But I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't even know what kind of adventure awaits me in the MTA subway or bus system, such as the machete wielding man the other day. And we're going to be talking about a farm bill that just passed and a bit more. But without any more hesitation, I just want to say thank you, everyone. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. And without further ado, let me introduce you to Cozy.
What's going on, everybody? Back at it again for our weekly breakdown of the lunacy in this world, lunacy in America, and lunacy here in New York City. Boy, 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 what a battle we have with all these vaccine tyrants trying to ram these down our throats. We have, like she said, machete people. We have illegals killing. We have a whole bunch of shit. So we're going to be giving it to you very soon. Mark, my brother, how you doing?
I'm doing spectacular, everyone. How's everyone doing? Mark Friend Y, former City Council, State Assembly, and U.S. Senate candidate in New York. Currently traveling all over the country as a trucker and apparently a professional poker player now. And but yeah, a lot going on in the world with New York. And elsewhere. Obviously, the Fauci is a big story because we want to hold him accountable, and the statute of limitations is expiring soon. And he does have a presidential pardon from Joe Biden for and but that's with an auto pen, and that could be considered void. And we'll see what happens. I mean, we all want Fauci to go to prison for his crimes. So that's something that the freedom fighters, he's like public enemy number one to us. So we definitely want to see him held accountable for basically destroying society as we knew it, starting in 2020. So I'll pass it over to Cozy on that.
Yeah, well, Fauci, he made us live through hell during the pandemic. He's the one responsible for the whole thing of it. This guy is a true villain in every sense of the way. So we have a deadline here. The statute of limitations will end May 11th. So call your representatives, make a lot of noise. I want you guys posting on social media because that's where the politicians pay attention, believe it or not. Tag your representative, tell them we demand that you indict Dr. Fauci. Indict him. You know why? Because his advisor right now was indicted for destroying data, I believe. And Fauci already, Senator Rand Paul, did say that Fauci lied under oath, all right, about facts. He destroyed evidence and ordered people to destroy evidence. Okay, this is a hardcore criminal, a soulless. I'm holding my breath here, but he's probably one of the worst human beings to ever walk this planet. Okay, equivalent to Hitler, equivalent to Stalin. I don't care if anybody comes at me and says, "How could you dare compare him to Hitler?" Go fuck yourselves. Honestly, I'll stop cursing because this is a PG show. Listen, I don't care what you guys say.
It did. I didn't get the memo.
He is equivalent to Hitler in my eyes. I don't care what anybody says, and I will compare him to him. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. He has destroyed lives. People have died because of his recommendations. This guy belongs. Prison is too good for him. Prison is too good for him. I think he should get the death penalty, but that's just me. And that's probably a million people, 10 million people probably believe the same. But anyway, let's get this mother effer indicted. May 11th is the deadline. Make some noise.
And making noise matters. I want to just share a couple of statements that were made by Rand Paul in some of his ex postings. April 29th. I've said it from the beginning. Lying to Congress is a felony. Destroying federal records is a felony. Advising others to destroy federal records is a felony. And Fauci did all three. Let that marinate, sink in a little bit. His advisor was just indicted, as Cozy and Mark just said. Fauci is next. Well, will he be next? The deadline is May 11th. And guys, that's just a few days away. Anyway, as of 4 hours ago, Rand Paul posted again, the DOJ has 1 week left. Guys, time is ticking to charge Anthony Fauci for the worst cover-up in medical history. I'm going to repeat that again. The DOJ has 1 week left to charge Anthony Fauci for the worst cover-up in modern medical history. Do you know that people laugh in our faces, the people on the tip top, because of the apathy? And it's not only our fault. They look at us as apathetic, useless eaters, but really, there's so much pressure on our lives. Many of us are so exhausted. We're carrying so many things. We're working 2-3 jobs, taking care of family members. I don't know what's happening in my home. And we have 1 week left to make noise.
Yeah.
Really, seriously. Like, through all of what is crushing each and every one of us at this present moment, take a few minutes to just make noise and at least send an email or post something or say how you feel online. Like, you never know. People are watching.
Actually, I don't want him to get the death penalty. You know what I want him to get? I want him to be sent to North Korea, and I want him to be put in a prison there. A prison in North Korea is what he deserves. This guy better get indicted. We better make lawyers. I don't know why we haven't organized and gone to Washington, D.C., demanding it with millions of people. That's what needs to happen. We need to just say, no, this guy needs to go. It's not the first time he's lied. I remember back when, they removed the religious exemptions from us. We went to Washington, D.C., and I was there. He was in a room where they were asking him about the measles outbreak, the fake measles outbreak, where he was there and he was lying under oath. He said, I believe it was under oath because he was at a hearing. They asked him, does the MMR vaccine cause encephalitis, brain inflammation? And this is his face. Brain inflammation? No, it doesn't. And then I screamed at the top of my lungs. You could probably hear it if you go back to the video. I said, liar! I screamed at the top of my lungs. I had some problems that day. They tried to get me out of there. But you could hear my voice screaming liar at the top of my lungs. And then quickly his partner, whoever was next to him, said, rarely. And then he goes, yeah, rarely. He went like that. So she kind of saved him from that lie, but he lied. And he did this during the AIDS crisis, giving people ACT, literally killing people. This guy's a killer. He's a killer. He's not a doctor. He's a killer. He kills and kills and kills. And what I'm saying is, you guys can read between the lines. I'm saying killer, not like he physically killed somebody, but the things he says resulted in people dying, just to be clear. Because I know I have the word police.
He has no heart. He has no soul. He's as evil as it gets. And, when you talk about comparisons to Hitler and stuff, you're not far off at all. I mean, he doesn't care about the death of people. It's a population control agenda to him. He has no heart. He doesn't care whose lives he affects. He's just a demonic person. There's just look at what he did to the dogs with the beagles. That story over there with the experiments of these dogs being tortured. Like, what human being could do something like that? You're just not. It's just pure evil. he belongs in prison. He belongs to suffer for the rest of his miserable life, and that's you know, I'm not holding anything back either with it. He's a horrible human being.
Yeah, I agree. I could say a lot worse things that I imagined for him, but hey, we'll leave it at that. Anything else you guys want to add before we move on to the next story? Arrest Dr. Fauci. Arrest him.
Yeah, if
Arrest
you
him,
just
indict him.
if you don't want to post yourself, just you know, there's plenty of other people like Cozy who's posting about it. Go on social media and just repost his posts, and you know, just get the word out there. And you know, like we said before, just tag whoever your Congress member is in the post. You could quote the posts on X, or you know, repost or share them on Instagram or whatever platforms, and just put the word out there. It's 1 week away. Today's May 4th, so May the 4th be with you, everyone, and use the force to put Fauci, the force of the people, to put Fauci in prison. The auto pen pardon might have something to do with them not going forward, because that opens a whole another can of worms with the you know, the pardon being negated because of
Yeah,
the
but we
auto
don't care
pen. And
about that. Yeah, we don't
yeah,
care about that, right? Because he had dementia. This guy, it's like you're getting an auto pen from somebody who has dementia, and it's not even him. Probably, who knows
yeah,
who signed it? So
yeah,
I
but
don't care.
that's a legal battle that they'd have to deal with as well. And you know, as far as presidential pardons, but obviously we the people want him in prison, and he belongs in prison. So hopefully we make this happen. And I don't know what's taking so long. I don't know
I'll tell you what's
why
taking
we're
so long. The truth is, nothing will happen to him. Okay, I hate to
yeah.
say it. Nothing will happen to him. You know why? Because they're all involved. From Donald Trump all the way down, they're all involved. They're all in collusion. Okay, this is, you know, Doctor Mister Freaking Warp Speed from the top to the bottom. They're all. What's the word? Uh, they're all implicated in this, right? And I'm sure a lot of people knew things. They're all connected. They don't want to all go down. They all participated in the destruction of America, in the destruction of our rights, the violation of our rights. They're all criminals, all of them, from top to bottom.
Yeah, there are people more powerful than the president pulling the strings, and in a
Absolutely,
lot of cases. So
absolutely. They're following
Yeah.
orders.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so much here to unpack, but let it marinate that it's millions of people whose lives were completely derailed, and some of those humans are not even here with us, and they should have been. They should have been. But follow the money. I wanted to play this video. It's not directly related to Fauci, but it is related to the Biden administration and the COVID money. And this is just like a
You know, I
minute
think
and
that
change.
the government working with
Josh Hawley, let me make it bigger. And it's about, you know, where, like, who benefited. Maybe the common human beings didn't benefit, but the pharma did.
You know, I think that the government working with private companies in the midst of a health crisis is one thing, collaboration is one thing, but systematically concealing from the public the true risks involved with this vaccine in a way that not only misled patients, that not only misled parents, that not only endanger the lives of children, but had the net effects of lining the pockets of the biggest pharma companies in the world. That is a disgrace. That is an absolute disgrace. And I just think, Mr. Chairman, that is what we have got to learn from this crisis. Somebody did profit off of it. You know, I mean, we talk about, COVID was good for nobody. Not quite true. It was very good for a handful of pharma companies who got the sweetheart deal with the government, who made billions of dollars off of it, and as usual, got to offload all of their potential liability onto somebody else and walk away from it. And now they are sitting pretty, and the patients are told, sorry, you know, oh, we lied to you, sorry, but at least the companies got rich. We've got to change this so this never happens again.
They have responsibility, a moral responsibility, in my opinion. Even whatever the government says, you know, they have to go beyond the letter and say, okay, you know, we think there's a problem here. We have to look at our product honestly and say, okay, you know, we have to disclose all the risks, even though the FDA allows us to say certain things.
Yeah. Just wanted to play that. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, it's a good video, and you said millions of people. It's really billions of people because, aside from the people who got the vaccine, had side effects, whatever, everyone in the world globally was affected with lockdowns and all these types of restrictions and forced vaccinations. Billions of people globally were affected by this. So we got 1 week to put Fauci in prison and hold people accountable. And we repost this video on whatever platform you're talking about. We're spending the first 15 minutes of the show on this issue because it's extremely important and it's very time sensitive. By the time next Monday's show comes along, it's already too late. So if you're seeing the stream, repost it, share it everywhere, get the word out there. Fauci belongs in prison, and that's it.
Let's make this a reality.
Lastly, you guys can hear me. Lastly, I wanted to talk about the COVID justice resolution. This is an action everybody can take. You can visit covidjustice.org. The COVID-19 response produced the most sweeping suspension of civil liberties in modern American history. Emergencies do not suspend the Constitution. This resolution repudiates COVID-era overreach and affirms binding protections for liberty in any future public health crisis. This gives you an opportunity to sign the resolution. There's already over 37,000 signatures as of today. Please go and sign it. It's really you just fill out your name, and it sends an automatic letter to your elected officials. Mark, Cozy, did you guys want to go to another subject?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, move along.
All right. Shall we talk Farm Bill or the no crime in the city that keeps not happening apparently?
Let's talk about the machete guy. What's going on?
Oh, well, okay. Well, let me bring up the video 1 second. So I just want to make a little comment for those with sensitive eyes. You may not want to see this video full through, okay? So the not too long ago, a machete wielding man in the subway station slashed a few people, and he was getting warned by the NYPD to put the machete down. He kept screaming that he was Lucifer, and they shot him because he was not complying. So I want to just share the video and give you a little warning that it's, these things are disturbing. This is the life we're living in right now.
We gotta toughen
Drop
up.
the fucking knife now. Drop the fucking knife. Drop the fucking knife. Drop the knife. Nobody wants to shoot you. Drop the fucking knife. Drop it. Listen, get on the ground, please. Get on the fucking ground. Get on the fucking ground. Nobody wants to hurt you. We can talk about it. Get down. Get down. I don't want to be here. Get down. Dude, I'm not going to ask you again. Please. 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 Put it down. Get down. Put it down, please. No. Stop. Put it down. Stop. Put it down. Stop. Stop. Watch cross. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Get down. We're going to get you help. We're going to get you help. Stop. Cuff him. Cuff him.
He just
Put that down. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down.
We get the point. We don't need to keep watching that. So the machete wielding man is Anthony Griffin, was 44 years old, fatally shot by NYPD officers April 11th. He slashed 3 elderly victims on the subway, an 84-year-old man, a 65-year-old man, and a 70-year-old woman. All victims have survived with non-threatening injuries. And so you guys see that the context over here says he was behaving erratically. Friends noted a downward spiral in this man after his mother passed away, which led to homelessness and shelter placement in 2022. It's sad all around what's happening to just humanity and what we are seeing in the city. Nobody is surprised. Nobody is surprised. I mean, I can't forget that in 2020 when they let out some people from the prisons. Do you guys remember that? You know, because of COVID, you know, they didn't want overcrowded. A lot of things happen, and we're seeing the repercussions right now today. I'm not saying that this incident has anything to do with that, but I'm just saying like one thing builds on top of another, and they keep wanting us to take the subway, and they keep adding these safety measures that aren't running smoothly. And personally, I don't really feel safe taking the trains all the time, and I skip taking the trains. And now with the upcoming traffic that we're gonna get from visitors who are gonna go see the FIFA games in a few months, the system is going to be even a place of more heightened awareness. That's all I wanted to say on this story, guys.
Yeah, I mean the homeless crisis is a big issue. The mental health crisis is a big issue, and you see with the police officers. I mean, the one that ended up shooting him, obviously, you could hear the officer saying, "Nobody wants to shoot you. We're going to get you help." I mean, it's not like they enjoy that, and cops have to go to therapy, a mandatory therapy immediately following a shooting like this. And yeah, I mean, taking somebody's life is not something that that is something that's easy for or enjoyable for the police officers involved, and I wanted to note that as well. But I mean, going back to the homelessness issue, we got so much money being poured into the budget for homelessness and in these liberal run cities, and nothing improves. It's this corruption involved. Yet de Blasio paying his wife to billions of dollars, I believe, for the homeless issue, and nobody knows where the money went. Nobody is held accountable. Nobody cares to look into it. Like, all that money just disappears. All that taxpayer money that could have been used for good went God knows where. And this is what happens. I mean, people with mental health issues who are also homeless are not going to get better in a homeless environment. They're only going to get worse, and it's going to get worse to the point where this person thought he was Lucifer and was constantly repeating that, and wanted to get shot apparently because he's suffering. And it's a very sad story, unfortunately. Cozy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to say here and to unpack. I actually felt really sad now after watching it, just especially when you said no cop wants to take a life. Like, it looked like it, right? And he was reasoning with him. That was an actually well-trained cop. Kudos to that cop. He was so confident, so cool about it, and he was so in control. And that shows, like, he was just well-trained. So kudos to him. He handled it so well. He warned him. He did what every cop is supposed to do. Personally, I would have shot him right away. The minute I say drop it, you don't drop it. Shot him right away. But this guy, he took a few seconds. You could see he clearly didn't want to do it. And it could be that it's just, obviously he's a good human being, it seems, right? He wanted this guy to have a chance. But it could be that behind his head, he's like, what if I shoot him and I get in trouble for it? Because we know how police officers have been, put on trial for things like this, and even faced, actually been imprisoned for doing things. So imagine if you would have shot him right away, we would have had the social justice people and everybody coming through and saying, why did you kill him? I mean, I've seen comments, right? I posted this video, I see comments of people, why didn't you shoot the legs? Why didn't you taser him? First of all, you can't shoot the legs. The legs are so thin. If you try to shoot the legs, you could easily miss because the person's walking, right? You could easily miss and hurt somebody else or kill somebody else. It could ricochet off the floor. When a cop is trained, I know this because I have friends who are police officers, and for the past I remember, they say you always shoot at the chest because the chest there's more mass there and you're less likely to miss in a crowd or, you're public, and it's the best way to neutralize them, right? So people saying about shoot the legs, that's cute and all, and that sounds like a nice thing to do, but if you think about it logically, it makes sense. The legs are this thin or this thin, and they're walking. So imagine how hard it is to shoot legs. So stop it, people. He did the right thing. This person, I hate to say it, but he deserved this because he shouldn't be walking around. He's done this before, 13 prior arrests. He's not going to get help, right? We don't have therapies, unfortunately, that can treat somebody like this. This is somebody who's troubled. I feel sorry for his soul. I feel sorry for his family. They probably lived a nightmare with this man. But there's no place for you in society. And it's not fair to just lock somebody up for the rest of their life, draining resources, making the guy suffer anyway. He's clearly troubled. It's not his fault, right? Mental illness is real. This guy had to go. He doesn't belong here. I hate to sound cruel. He doesn't belong here.
My thing is, like,
We got a
when are
minute
we?
before we got to
When,
wrap up on Brooklyn Free Speech, by the way.
I'm just saying, like, at some point, the community, when are we gonna have a moment and be like, what is going on here? Like, in and out criminals and people, the innocent victims are just unsuspecting people walking in the street because they're not seeing justice.
Yeah, and I kind of feel bad for saying what I said right now, right? Like, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, right? So
I mean, it's
I apologize for saying this,
yeah,
and
it
it's not a
sounds
nice thing to say,
it
it's not a
sounds
nice thing
cruel,
to say.
but I mean, I see where you. I mean, it's
It hurts me to
unlikely
say
that
it,
he's
but
going to
yeah.
get proper help because the system is like the people that are in mental health facilities are just suffering for the duration of their stay, a fate that's worse than death in some cases. But unfortunately, we are out of time on Brooklyn Free Speech. The podcast will continue. For those of you watching us live, we are every Monday at 8 p.m. Make sure to share this and put Fauci in prison. And we'll see you next time on Brooklyn Free Speech. All right. Yeah, so we can
I just
continue
want to
on with this.
clarify. Go ahead. I just want to fix what I said because it doesn't sit right with me, right? I said things out of frustration. Obviously, every soul is important, and it's not right for us to say, and especially me, what I just said. I'm just struggling with it because, the person is troubled, right? Like I said, their family probably suffered. Mental illness is a real heavy burden on society and to the family involved. So my condolences to that family. And I just wish we could help these people. But unfortunately, mainstream medicine has not been successful. They drug these people up. A lot of times the drugs have a lot of side effects and then the patient doesn't want to take them. And a lot of times when you're at this state, you can't really be consistent with your medicine. The system failed. The system failed this human being. The system failed the family. And I don't know what else to say. So I'm glad that
I think that this
I'm
is
glad
part.
I'm glad that whatever, like, I'm glad that he's no longer here to harm anybody else is all I'm saying. And I apologize to the family.
He was saying, he was screaming that he was Lucifer, right? There is something that I speculate sometimes about just seeing and living in New York, because I've been able to correlate that on certain days there seems to be an energy or frequency that has certain people responding in very similar ways. I sometimes, when I allow myself to ponder and question and wear my little tinfoil hat, I wonder, are some of the souls that are out there that are very sensitive, meaning they can feel the textures of just, you know, layers of information around them, are they also perceiving a frequency that's messing with them? Because sometimes we hear this pattern of someone who, after they've committed a crime, they say that they feel like they were hijacked in their mind, or they were hearing voices, or that they weren't there really present. And I just feel very disturbed. It makes me, I also realize that when it's really hot outside in the summer, you see more people acting out too. And that could just be the summer hot frequency. I don't know. But all of these things add up to me to say, practice situational awareness when you're out in these streets for many reasons. For many reasons. I mean, you have people who are making it a practice in just wanting to push an unsuspecting human being onto the tracks.
Yeah, man, it's
And
crazy.
some of them wait until the train is about to approach, and then pew, so you could fall right and crash. I mean, and who gets targeted sometimes? People who are on their phone and not paying attention.
Yeah, pay attention, people.
Please, guys. This is why we take these times to even cover some of these stories. And our focus, as you keep hearing, is New York and things that affect us on the local level. We love New York, even though there's many things that are happening here that we don't love, such as an illegal migrant butchered 2 women in Savage. I can't speak today. In Savage, Long Island murders, then calls the cops to say that he killed somebody. And this is from the New York Post. So an illegal migrant on Long Island fatally butchered a beloved mom of 3 and another woman in a separate attacks, then called the cops, calmly confessing that he killed somebody. This is a man from El Salvador who entered the United States unaccompanied as a 12-year-old in 2016, knifed a 42-year-old co-worker and mom to death. Anyway, obviously this is very unfortunate. It is yet another few folks that die at the hands of what we can identify. Had we not had these open borders, we would not be reporting on this death today. Ooh, feedback. Ay, Dios mío, feedback. Did I say something wrong?
I don't know if is that you, Cozy. I was muted. I have no idea what happened there.
Was it me? You're talking about my feedback, or you're asking for our feedback?
No, the feedback like
It was my
From
phone.
the
phone.
I was trying to
static in the
pull up the
background.
story. It's my fault. Go ahead.
Just blame Cozy.
Blame me.
But,
I was pulling up the story.
When something happens, I'm just gonna choose someone to blame. I don't want to take any accountability.
Definitely not your fault, Cafecito. We can't blame anything on you.
It's never my fault, especially, it's never a woman's fault.
All right. So
We know better than to even try that.
So Tom Homan today, right? I'm going to read this post here by Vic Meller. He's running for Congress in Rhode Island. By the way, if you guys are not following him, we need to get him elected in Rhode Island. Vic Meller for Congress. Anyway, so he wrote, Tom Homan just said it plainly. Most of them will be deported because the Biden administration couldn't properly vet them in the first place. No reliable IDs, no cooperation from home countries. Basically what he's saying here is that this is a video saying the border czar says most illegals will be deported. So they're saying that because they can't vet them, anybody who crossed the border illegally during the Biden administration is going to get deported. So there's going to be mass deportations They don't care whether you're a criminal or not. The fact that you crossed the border, you broke the law, and they're going to come after you. They're going to start these, deportations because they can vet these people. He's like, there's too many of them, and there's too many people that are unknown. There's too many security risks, as we're seeing. This guy butchered people. There's so much going on, people. Every day I hear another illegal killing, murdering, raping. It's constant. If you just go to, it's called WOW. If you go to the Department of Homeland Security, there's a section where they show you every day. You could literally search for them by country. You could search by them through state. There's a whole database, and every day they're loading up page by page of illegals who have committed crimes. It's really bad. It's really bad.
For those of, when it comes to the immigration issue, some people, like, everyone committed a crime just by coming here illegally. Like, it's illegal immigration, and it has not been a Republican or a Democrat issue in the past. Obama, there's various speeches with Obama, Hillary, and Bill Clinton. Joe Biden, before he became president, and basically opened up the borders for everyone. And it, excuse me, it was never a matter of Republican or Democrat. Immigration was an issue that people understood that, there's a way to come in legally, and if you don't do that, then you're coming here illegally and you end up being deported. There was not really much of a debate with that, but President Trump became president, and now everything is racist. Voter ID is racist, immigration is racist. You name it, everything is racist. It used to be something that Republicans and Democrats agreed upon, and now it's racist because Donald Trump became president, and they want to make everything racist. After we had a black president in Obama, then everything, if you didn't agree with what Democrats wanted, everything was racist. And when it comes to political motives, when you have a larger population in all these major cities, that they throw all these illegal immigrants and give them free housing, free food, and free health care on taxpayers' dollars, costing American citizens billions of dollars. What happens is the census comes around every 10 years, and they count as the part of the population, and that it doesn't go by registered voters, it goes by population when it comes to congressional districts. So there's more House seats in these major cities because of the influx of illegal immigrants, and the Democrats want to use that as a strategy to take over the House. And they've been doing that, and that's why they opened the floodgates during the Biden administration, to get as many of them in here as possible. The taxpayers pay for it. It doesn't benefit anybody to have an influx of people. Yes, they're human beings. Obviously, we know that. And the situation in other countries are not good. But you know what? There's a lot of homeless people out on the street. Does that mean that they could go into your house and sleep on your couch and you take care of them? Because that's what's happening. Our taxpayer dollars are taking care of them, housing them, feeding them. And that's just the unfortunate reality of the situation. We shouldn't be held responsible for every human being on the planet. We shouldn't have to pay for them. It's unfortunate. They're human beings. I wish them well, but it's not our responsibility to take them in.
You're just a xenophobe, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I've used this analogy on people. If a homeless person comes into your house and they sleep on the couch, and you wake up and they're there on the couch, and you call the cops, and the cop comes in and says, well, they entered here illegally, but they're a human being, so you're gonna have to. We can't kick them out now. Like, you're just gonna have to take care of them, and they go into your fridge and they take some of your food. That's what's happening. They're coming in illegally to your home, and they're
Raiding your
costing you money.
They're raiding your
and
fridge.
you're not supposed to kick them out. That's basically it's the analogy. This country is our home. They came in, they trespassed basically, and you're saying we shouldn't kick them out because they're human beings. And I understand they're human beings, but what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Some of them are not, though. Some of them butcher people.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, some of them go in and cause heinous crimes of murder and rape on top of that. So there's some that are good people, but they unfortunately that's not our responsibility. And there's some that are bad people on top of that, which is an unfortunate circumstance.
Rose Angel?
and then there are some that are Satanists. Like, we cannot turn a blind eye that some of the most horrific crimes that we've been talking about have been committed by people who crossed the border illegally.
Yeah, like Trump was
Did-
saying, like they're
didn't-
not sending
didn't
the
the-
best. Some of them are
Didn't
not
the
sending
woman
the
that
best.
got set on fire, wasn't she burned by
Yeah.
so this is what I'm saying, like, these are crimes that we're not used to seeing, like, on an everyday. This is people are coming in illegally and also importing a different mindset in with it, and that's not a mindset that produces it. It takes away. If you can't walk down the street, because here's another thing, and we're not covering it today, but the little moped crimes are happening again, in the city, as the heat as it gets warmer. So yeah, if you're in the city and everybody that's going to be here touring, I know the tourists aren't going to get this message, but yeah, don't be walking around with no flashy things. Don't be paying attention to your phone as you're maybe going to cross the street, because the people in mopeds might spot you and make a dash for you, as many people have been unsuspecting victims. And you know where those little crimes happen? In very nice looking places.
Yeah. And to be clear, listen, most people who have come through the border are probably great people, probably good human beings that want a better life. But there's a small percentage that is causing problems. And one death is too much. One rape of a little girl is too much. One murder of an old person is too much. You weren't vetted. A whole group was not vetted. It's immoral, it's irresponsible, and it should have stopped. It should have never happened in the first place. These people should be arrested. Everybody in the Biden administration who was involved in aiding and abetting somebody breaking the law are criminals, and they should be put in jail. But it'll never happen again because the system is corrupt. Okay?
It's not gonna happen, like you
Cozy
said.
for dictator. Let's put
Well, look,
everyone in
it's-
prison.
I feel like running for
dictator for a day.
office.
Put
When I
But
everyone
where's
in
your
prison.
compassion?
Listen,
We
when
need
I
to
see
treat
these
these
people-
human beings with dignity.
Before, when you put up a clip and I saw these people talking and talking, I'm like, who are these people? Who are these people to make laws against us and to make laws for us? I feel like I should be at that table because I know that I would do a great job. But I know the dirtiness and disgustingness and the mob mentality of these parties, and they would never allow me to do what I want. Just like when Kennedy went in, he can't do what he wants. They're messing with him on so many levels, and it makes him look like he's the bad person because he's not doing what he said he would, right? I've been following Kennedy for years, and I know he went in there with a great heart. I don't think he was corrupt. I don't think he was trying to trick us. What's the point of that? What's the point of that? I think he went in there, and they told him, yeah, buddy, we'll let you do that. And then they said, haha, nice try, Dickie. You're not doing it. That's what's happening. So I know that if I went in there, they would probably just fucking decapitate me because I wouldn't just go along with the party. I'm not doing it. And it would probably destroy everything. Destroy my family and all, because I know how this works. So that's the reason I don't run, because I know it won't work for somebody like me. When you're genuine, they destroy you. But we need people like me, people like you, people like Mark, people like Kara, people like John Matlin. We need these people in there because that's how we change. These people have taken over. Pure scum has taken over, and they're allowing them to get away with crimes against us.
Yeah,
Dr. Fauci How the hell is this guy allowed to do what he did for decades? For decades. These people are complete scum, and there are quote-unquote leaders and representatives. This shouldn't be the case. Shouldn't be the case. People don't get involved. People don't voice their opinions. People are not on top of their shit. And this is why we have this crisis here. A crisis of people violating our rights from everywhere. Who are you to tell me what I'm going to inject into my body or not? Who the fuck are you to tell me my religious exemption doesn't count? Who the fuck are you? You pieces of crap. Yeah, you pieces of crap. And then you're going to censor me on top of it. You're going to tell me, I can't say this. This is misinformation. Who are you? Who are you?
Or disinformation.
Disinformation, misinformation. Oh,
Yeah.
we
Well,
have
they're
the right
the
to say what the
authority.
truth is. Yeah,
They're the
this is true.
authority on equity.
Only mainstream media is truthful. Only this is a fact. Only our reliable sources. But Cafecito Break 9.0, all gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then they censored, they're still suppressing her. She can't even pass a certain number.
They don't even let me pass 10,000.
Because I'm sure she has
three
a
of
whole,
us,
I'm
all
sure
three
there's
of us
people-
combined have between I don't know 50,000 followers or something. We do
more than
a
that, probably.
collaboration post on these videos, and we're lucky if we get 50 likes. Half the time.
My X
Sometimes we'll
account.
get a few hundred.
My
But
X account is sad. It's sad. The amount of content that I put out, and every day when I look at it, it says 3 views, 5 views. Oh, really? 3 views, 5 views? I should be
Yep.
over 100,000.
Yeah, I mean,
No.
Elon Musk. If
No.
anything, Elon Musk censored X more than it
Uh-oh.
was
Yeah,
before.
Elon
They
is
don't
a
like
fraud.
the censorship
it's
conversation.
more. X is X rated now. It's more porn than anything now.
He's
if
a
anything.
fraud.
Yeah.
He's a fraud. There is no free speech in America.
Well,
Let's go.
I did. If for those of you who aren't asked, you could visit Cafecito Break and you could see my little ranting that is titled, because it's related to this subject, free speech and the COVID era. I'm just gonna find the title. Give me a second. But after that, maybe we can talk about the Farm Bill, Cozy, if you
Sounds
want.
good. Sounds good.
Okay, so let me just tell you, just Cafecito Break on X, and it's pinned, so you guys could just see the breakdown of our social media takedowns, specifically Meta. COVID Meta social media censorship did great harm that cannot be undone. The only thing that I want to highlight in this article is my biggest gripe is, had the censorship not happened, the information flow would have reached people, from humans who knew, people who were studying, from the doctors, from the professionals, and more lives could have been saved. And because so many people who were speaking out were censored, then people weren't getting the information. What they received instead was the millions of dollar propaganda that was weaponized against them, that was weaponized against us, that was weaponized, and to this day has created a division in human ships that I hope can get fortified. So that's where I'm gonna land my little plane there.
Okay, so today, well, at least I seen this post today, right? The House just did something about the Farm Bill. The Farm Bill passed this week included an amendment to prohibit China, Russia, Iran, and other foreign adversaries from purchasing American farmland. This is a common sense national security. Much of our farmland surrounds our most sensitive military installations, giving our enemies the ability to surveil our troops and disrupt critical supply chains. American soil should be in American hands, period. Now the Senate needs to pass it. So great job by Congressman Stubbe out of Florida, I believe. He put an amendment in there for the Farm Bill. The Farm Bill had so many different things, right? That's where we battled the glyphosate issue, and thank God we were able to strip that out. So kudos to everybody. We had people reposting. I was sharing. I was talking about it. I made lives about it. We were all sharing things, and that shows the power of the people. Many people have felt like, oh, it'll never happen. It's so corrupt. But listen, the fact that Vanny Hari, the food babe, went up there, and kudos to her. She's been doing amazing work. I've been following her since the beginning. I mean, when I was doing my stuff, she's been a powerhouse, and literally, she's done a lot. Highwire joined them. A whole bunch of organizations joined them, and they went to the Capitol, and people went and started yelling. How the hell can you guys, again, this is criminal activity here, where a whole industry is allowed to poison us, okay? Allowed to poison us, and no, don't worry, you'll get shielded from liability when it's been proven, and billions of dollars have already been awarded to people, provenly, that have gotten cancer from these products, and our government is saying, don't worry, you could continue poisoning them, and we won't get you in trouble. You won't get any legal liability. Where have we heard that before? The vaccine industry. This is complete scum that is called your representative. They're complete scum, and they knew the jig is up. They knew they couldn't, they tried to sneak this behind our backs, but we're too clever. We put the spotlight on it. They didn't care. They tried to pull this through, but we were too powerful. We spread that light. We kept going and said, nah, motherfuckers, you're not getting away with this shit. And it was like their pants were dropped. The emperor was naked, and no, bitch, you're not getting away with this. We will never live this down. And they know that they're going to lose the midterms if they keep fucking with us with these wars and this fucking poison glyphosate, and keep fucking with us. And you're going to see what's going to happen. You're going to lose the midterms. Yeah, I'm going all. You can kick me off the show. Listen.
Cozy's going to go into Congress
I'm
and bitch
tired.
slap everybody.
I'm sick and tired of these people who think they can rule our lives. I'm not letting it happen. We're not going to let it happen. We're going to put the spotlight on. We are the kings. We are the queens. This country, our founders came here because we said no kings. No kings. They gave the power to us. They armed us. The first freaking civilization that they said you can have guns, you can have free speech, you can practice whatever religion you want, and you won't get penalized for it. Okay? This was the best country. They set us up for success, and we're allowing these communists, these petty thugs, these spineless nerds to take over and tell us what to do and what we're going to put in our body, what we're going to eat, what type of poison is going to be thrown onto our food. Get the bleep out of here, man. Get the bleep out of here. So I want you guys listening to grow some pear and start voicing your opinions, start spreading the light, and we're going to take over. We're gonna run society how we want it to be done. Okay? We're not gonna let these punks and little nerds tell us what we're gonna do to us. They have a lot of plans for us. You better start fucking talking. You better start being uncomfortable. Make them uncomfortable. Give them the migraines. Anyway, I digressed. Farm bill, excellent. So what this is going to do is prevent foreigners from buying farmland. Isn't that common sense, people? Why the hell is China buying up farmland?
Yeah, we poison our food enough as it is. We don't need China to poison it too. So, but yeah, it's common sense, and I believe the governor of Arkansas did it a couple of years ago, preventing foreign people from buying the farmland in Arkansas. But yeah, it's common sense. I mean, you see these bugs that came from Asia, like the spotted lanternfly a while ago, and we have another one that's killing our crops and stuff. Now we got the ticks, especially in Florida and stuff. So it's biological warfare against us as it is. So to have foreign nations having a say in our food supply.
These people are sick, bro.
We poison ourselves enough. We don't need foreign nations to poison us even more.
I thought it was a conspiracy theory when they told us that freaking Glen Island, whatever the hell that island's called, off the coast of freaking Connecticut, right? There was a lab there that literally created Lyme disease. Okay, and they told us it's a conspiracy theory. They told us that were crazy, but in fact they admitted it. Yes, that's what was happening. They were experimenting, and the ticks came from there. And those ticks have Lyme disease. These are sick, psychotic people, and they're running the planet. And we need to get these people out of these positions. And the only way it's going to happen is by you getting involved, voicing your opinion, putting the spotlight, and not being scared to be called a conspiracy theorist. Don't be scared of that label. That label is there to just shut you up. Don't shut up. We need you.
Don't shut up, we need you. And because we're not conspiracy theorists, I am not going to play a little clip to wrap up the show of Stephen Greer. Sharing a warning.
Sorry for my foul mouth, but I'm not sorry.
It's
What
okay.
happened to PG-13, Cozy?
You know what happened to try to get into the
tyrants are
schools?
involved, there's
What
no
happened to the
ratings here.
schools? All right, mi gente, we are living in weird times, and there are still stories that I personally would like to cover and dig deeper, but to be quite honest, burnout. Many of us are experiencing burnout, but I'm going to wrap up my video presentations with this one. It's a little warning from Stephen Greer about something that you may or may not want to be paying attention to.
Pretty much have exposed the falsehood of a fake alien invasion. Now they're going to try to pivot it to it being a holy war between humans and the agents of Satan, et cetera, and so on. So it's a very, very reckless, irresponsible, and dangerous thing that the Vice President of the United States would say that. And I am going to be quite clear with people that he knows who are on my team that cannot be allowed to be repeated. So now it's one thing, Tucker Carlson is saying that. You have a lot of the far-right religious people who don't understand the cosmology and the physics of interstellar travel saying it. And it's a bunch of superstitious claptrap.
Okay, so what is this referring to? As we know, we've been hearing about UAPs, UFOs. Are they intraterrestrials, extraterrestrials? Do they live underground, above, in the water? All of the above. Who knows? But as we know, in politics, Christians, some Christians do not believe in other entities possibly existing. They say that it's demons. I don't know. I think just situational awareness all around. We are living very interesting times that are going to get more in your face if you don't feel the compression already. That's all I wanted to say.
Let's put that as a teaser for next week and dig deeper into that, because that's a topic that we're already about at the hour mark. I mean, there's theories that some of these extraterrestrials might be from the future or interdimensional and all this other types of stuff. I'm not saying I believe in any of it, but we could dig into that stuff another time. Maybe have a special guest on for that. But we air every Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully you guys check us out regularly. Like I said before, we talked about the Fauci being in prison a week away. By next week's show, if he's not indicted, it's too late. He gets off scot-free, and we can't let that happen. So repost this, share this everywhere. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Post your own stuff about putting Fauci in prison. Tag your congress member and senator. Look up who they are. Look up their social media. Tag them, and let's unite behind this and put the people who belong in prison, evil people. And with that being said, that's my final thought, and I'll pass it on to Cozy.
What a world. What a world we live in. But it's up to us. It's up to you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to what type of world you want to live in. So if you want the same to keep happening, just close your mouth and whistle and watch The Price is Right or whatever the hell you watch. Watch your Netflix and just chill. and just wait and just get tracked and traced and probed and, vaccinated and, keep living your life and be a nice little zombie. Just do it. Just do it. But if you don't want this, get loud, get annoying, just give people migraines until they say, all right, I'm not gonna mess with their food. Okay, I won't poison their food anymore. I'll stop. You got me. Is that what it takes, people? Do we really have to give people migraines so they don't poison our food? A basic, simple, all I ask for you is don't fuck with my food. Don't inject people with chemicals, deadly chemicals. Don't put fluoride in my water. My teeth are fine. I don't need that's all lies anyway. Don't put fluoride in my food, in my water. Stop putting sterilants. Stop it. Stop.
We must be some powerful humans because they like to try to
much?
poison us so many
That,
ways.
you're right. Listen, hold that thought for a second. Is it so much to ask for? We're not radicals. People think we're radicals. We're just normal people that want normal things, just basics. Just don't.
We just want you to leave us the fuck alone. That's
Yeah.
what we want.
Don't
tell us
genetically modify.
what to shoot in our system, what to
Don't
inject,
modify
none of that
my
stuff.
food. Don't modify my food, okay? That's all I ask. And I'm a nice guy. I don't want to mess with you. I don't want to give you a migraine. But you mess with my food, you mess with my body, I'm going to come after you. I'm going to be the most annoying person you've ever seen. That's my job.
Yeah. We'll be there holding signs and with our bullhorns. Well,
what were you
we
saying?
got through the show. Well, what
You
was I
said
saying
something.
before?
You said something and I said hold that thought because I liked it, but I forgot what you said now.
Because you wanted to throw a couple of more F-bombs that you inspired Mark to throw some F-bombs. I'm
Monkey
pretending
see,
like I
monkey
never
do.
curse, which is hilarious because I'm always getting in trouble for cursing.
No, listen. Next show, maybe it'll be clean. I don't know. But do these people deserve a clean show? Do these people deserve it?
Well, it's the audience
on.
we're trying to reach, which is the middle of the road
Yeah.
folks that are
I know. But
that
you
so
guys
that
got
they won't
something
see
else.
us as extremists because the mainstream media has done a great job at positioning folks like us that question, that want to have a healthy living environment. I mean, why is that extreme to want to consume a fruit that's actually a real fruit? I
Okay,
just
I'll be
really
nice.
want to know that this is a watermelon.
I'll be nice.
Yeah, we don't want ticks, popping up out of nowhere. We don't want all these bugs popping up, killing.
Oh,
our
I want to know
agriculture.
that
We don't
I'm
want
eating candy and not
pesticides in our
crushed
food.
insects.
We don't want all these. You look at the back of a label of anything in the supermarket, and it's got all stuff you can't pronounce that you have no clue what it is because it's all chemicals and it's all poisoning you.
And
But it tastes
Crushed
good, so that's all that
insects.
matters, right?
And we try to keep it simple and say, okay, all right, well, obviously packaged food's going to have chemicals, right? So we're like, all right, let's just stick to the natural.
But
Even the natural.
I'm sorry to
I look
interrupt
at-
you,
I
but
look-
it's a lot of this stuff is illegal in most of the world, but they allow it here.
So
they
this
hate
is
us.
why we need to just Jamana. Are they just trying to get all the Americans to migrate?
Yeah, because like even I was about to say the last thing I wanted to say is like even if you say okay, just stick to whole foods, right, natural foods, and you pick up a freaking apple and it says A peel on it, it's like freaking Bill Gates with his nasty paws. He puts a special coating full of poison. It's like they hate us so much that they can't fathom the fact that we want to be healthy. They're like, no, you're not going to be healthy. We're going to poison your food.
And
Money.
maybe that's
All comes
maybe
down to
that's
money.
the
The
key.
pharmaceutical company makes money on the medications and the hospital stays. They poison you so that you get sick and you're weak and you can't fight back. So
Oh, I remember what she said.
be right woke and fight back and fuck these people. And that's
What you
and I'll
said,
leave
what
it at
Rose
that.
Angel said, which is key, is we must be some powerful people. That's the key, and we are powerful people, and they know it because they've put us through so many things, and we're still alive. Look, they poison our food daily, right? They vaccinated every baby, basically, almost everybody, and we're still here. They're like, bam, we can't kill these people. Let's spray them from the sky, right? Let's poison their water. Let's inject them. Let's give them all these medications. And we're still here. It didn't work. It didn't work.
Look, fam, I'm gonna keep it real 100,000% with you guys. I've been practicing digging back into my toolkit of spiritualness and doing everything that can help me ground. Going back to doing meditations, little bits. I'm not gonna tell you I'm meditating for an hour, that'd be a lie, but I'm trying to sit there and do a few minutes here and there, or walking meditations are like my favorite because I could just walk by myself for a long time and just being outside in nature. It's just a great little thing to move the energy, because many of us are contemplating feeling a whole bunch of feelings, but if you're not moving it anywhere, you're just sitting. That's why, people like to go to the gym, lift weights, or do something that moves the body, whether it's dancing, but move your body, please, and ground. It's going to be much needed so that you can be stronger for yourself and your family, stronger at work, and stronger as a community member. I do not look forward to the next few months and the compression that we will see in New York City. I'm not looking forward to just how long the trains are taking to slow down. Like you can feel it as it gets a little warmer. They don't give you the AC in certain trains, and you are riding the trains and you feel like they're taking your life force away because you can't even breathe. They don't even have enough air in
Ugh.
some of those trains.
Some of
So
them, ugh.
so, they have us paying congestion pricing. The MTA obviously went up a little bit more. But where is the money? Where is the money going to on gadgets that are not really working, on Omni cards that double, triple charge people sometimes, or don't work after they've been filled? So why are we investing in systems that are just eating away at people's tax money, making politicians who had no money, all of a sudden they're millionaires? They're saying and cosplaying that they're going to solve certain problems, and all we see is more of it. So this is New York. We're the New York freedom fighters, some of them. We still love New York despite crazy people who live here making policies. And that's my final thought. Thank you. Love you guys. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern time is when you'll see us. So hopefully we'll be here Monday. Anything else, gents, that you'd like to say? Cozy looks like he's gonna go chillax
Follow
now.
us all on social media and repost everything. That's it. Have a good night, everyone.
Buenas noches. Bye, everyone. Thank you for tuning in.